With such a booming business of making it, there also needed to be a way to transport this to its buyers, and that's where NASCAR all started. These people would retrofit their cars to make them faster and be able to store more moonshine in them and be able to get away from the police, and that was something that was huge in the state, and especially in this area. Moonshine traditionally has always been made with corn, and we follow that old school tradition and use actually 88% corn and 12% malted barley. Whiskey Prison actually started in Concord in an old mill where we made just moonshine. After a while, we needed more room to expand, so we moved into a former prison here just outside of Concord in Mount Pleasant. This prison was built in the 1920s, which is the beginning of Prohibition. So some of the very first prisoners that actually stayed here in this prison were incarcerated for making illegal moonshine. As much time as I spend in this prison, I definitely think it is haunted. I feel like any spirits here might actually like that we're doing something that they know about and that they probably spent time here for. Just from my experiences alone, they're definitely here and they seem to stay around, so they must like what we're doing. My first time at the Coca-Cola 600, I could not believe how fast those cars go and how loud it is. The rumble and the vibrations you hear as those cars pass by, and the wind, if you had anything that wasn't secured, it was going flying as soon as those cars came past you. It's honestly a big, exciting, thrilling rush that I've never been able to, I haven't experienced something like that before. Honestly, that experience alone has made me want to begin to follow and learn more about NASCAR and other, car racing. I've never heard of actual race cars running on moonshine. Certain batches of moonshine would probably allow you to run a car on, especially when you have something as high as 170 proof. That's extremely flammable. And I'm sure that some people definitely tried. I wouldn't recommend it for anyone to try that at home, but it's folklore that I've heard, but I don't know how true it is. Without the making of illegal moonshine, I don't think the idea of stock car racing would have ever existed. People were already making their cars faster and faster to be able to get away from the police and the tax collectors. And so once Prohibition had ended, we had all these people with these fast cars, and why not actually use them and race them?